They are one of Australia's most beloved icons, appearing on countless postcards and souvenirs as peaceful creatures sleeping safely in eucalyptus trees. But new research reveals a shocking truth about koalas that changes everything we thought we knew about these marsupials. Despite spending their entire lives in trees, koalas face their greatest danger during just 10 minutes a day on the ground. According to groundbreaking research from the University of Queensland, those brief moments account for nearly 2/3 of all recorded koala deaths. PhD student Gabriella Sparks led the study, explaining the urgent need to understand koala behavior in our changing landscape. Koalas are mostly tree-dwelling, but due to extensive land clearing, they're increasingly forced to travel on the ground, which puts them at serious risk of injury and death. The research team used advanced GPS collars and accelerometer sensors to track wild koalas with unprecedented detail. What they discovered was both surprising and alarming. Koalas venture to the ground only 2-3 times per night, spending less than 1% of their day there. Yet this tiny fraction of time proves deadly. Vehicles and dogs are the primary killers during these vulnerable ground movements, but perhaps most revealing was how koalas behave when forced to leave their arboreal sanctuary. Contrary to what you might expect, they don't rush to safety. Instead, they move slowly and pause frequently, spending nearly as much time sitting as walking.
They spent nearly as much time sitting and pausing as they did walking, and only about 7% of their time on the ground was spent bounding, Sparks noted.
This careful behavior may indicate koalas are assessing their environment or conserving energy for the climb ahead. The implications are clear. As Australia's forests become increasingly fragmented by roads and development, koalas face an impossible choice: stay in declining habitat or risk death crossing hostile terrain. The research team now focuses on identifying trees and habitat conditions that encourage koalas to remain safely in the canopy longer. Their goal is to help design landscapes that reduce the need for dangerous ground travel. This study represents the first detailed tracking of ground movement in wild koalas, providing crucial data for conservation efforts. The findings will be presented at the Society for Experimental Biology annual conference in Belgium this July. For these iconic marsupials, survival increasingly depends on keeping them where they belong, safely in the trees. For more on this story, find a link to the article on Earth.com in the description.